What's up, guys? It's Coach Brian. We're going to take a minute to talk about how to slay your dragons during Thanksgiving. I'll be right back.
Take people, and I've told you this, and you expose them voluntarily to things that they are avoiding and are afraid of. That they know they need to overcome in order to meet their goals, their self-goals. If you can teach people to stand up in the face of the things they're afraid of, they get stronger. If for 10 years, if you didn't avoid doing what you knew you needed to do, by your own definitions, right, within the value structure that you've created, to the degree that you've done that, what would you be like?
Hey guys, it's Coach Brian. I just want to take a minute to talk to you about what to do during Thanksgiving. We're going to give you 7 ways to kind of prepare yourself for the extra calories on Thanksgiving. This is the list of what we want you to do. So try to stick with it. It's going to help you kind of prepare your body and also maintain the calories, the extra calories that's going to be coming in during Thanksgiving. Here comes the list. Okay, list number 1. Number 1 on the list, take advantage of the extra calories. I want you to go and try to knock out a heavy lifting cycle for legs. If you don't know one, I'm going to include one in on the comments below. Go heavy. Do a really heavy cycle that's at least 15 to 25 minutes. Something that you typically would do on leg day. Do that and do a little bit more. And then try to super load those legs. We're going to take extra carbs and help those legs grow, and that's going to help you also create EPOC in your system. So part of that lifting cycle is like you're going to be burning more calories when you're in a resting state. So it's going to bring your metabolism up. It's going to superheat your body. It's going to get your body recovering. So we're going to take advantage of that pro-inflammatory state that the extra carbs, hopefully, that we're going to be bringing in. Number two on the list here is that we're going to initiate 16-8 intermittent fasting schedule. So one thing to think about is I want you to fast for 16 hours prior to the meal, or you can initiate a 16-hour fast after the meal. So you just have to make a decision whichever you want to do, and then continue that for the rest of the week. We can go into an intermittent fasting schedule, and that's going to play in part for the part of the other list. But the way that looks like is, so for instance, if you eat at 2 p.m., that means you have to stop eating at 10 p.m. and you're not going to eat again until 16 hours after the 10 p.m. cycle. So that would be around like 6 p.m. the next day. So something to think about, and that's number 2 on the list. Number three on the list here is going to be the low protein. One thing that I want you to think about is, okay, we've got you on a 16-8 schedule, so what should you do about eating breakfast and things like that? You can low protein tonight. Don't eat any carbs. Low protein tonight, low protein for breakfast, and then carry on into your Thanksgiving meal. One thing you can also do is load double protein for your plate. So say if you're going to go to the Thanksgiving meal thing, and someone brought some ham, someone brought some turkey, some of y'all may be lucky enough to have some prime rib. I don't know, but within that model, you load up 2 times the amount of protein that you would typically eat. So typically most of us are in a 3 to 6 ounce serving. You can go 6 to 12 ounce, and you eat that first before you eat anything else. So fill your plate up for the protein, and then go back for your dressing and your vegetables and your casseroles. One thing to think about is number 4. Number four is, it may be impossible to measure. Some of you guys that count your macros really well, the average caloric intake for a person on Thanksgiving is bottom side 3,000, top side 4,500, which is immense. It's a huge amount of calories. So you can just go ahead and say that most likely you're going to have 4 calories, and you're going to have to really try to figure out how to balance your nutrition for the next 2 days to allocate for that extra, almost 3 times the amount of caloric expenditures that you have in one day. So let's think about that. So how can you do that? So we're going to incorporate into the next 4. All right. So we're going to say that this is going to be for you measurers, people that are counting your macros, that this is 4,000 calories for tomorrow. Okay, number 5 on the list, something to think about. Are you planning on drinking? Are you? If you do, it's okay. I want you to think about 1 glass of wine is about 10 to 20% of your caloric intake for the day. So you have to fit it in your macros. So that's something to think about. Additionally to that, anytime that you ingest alcohol, the way the body processes alcohol cannot be processed as energy. So it bypasses and goes straight to the liver, then straight to that. So just think about that when you're partaking in your bottle of vino on Thanksgiving. Try not to drink too much, and if you do, do it responsibly. Make sure that you have someone to take you home, drive you around. Remember, everything counts. It's not a free day. Okay, so be careful with the vino. One thing that's commonly missed, and this is number 6 on the list, drink a ton of water. You know, people don't take in enough water, and if they do, they're probably not drinking enough. And if they do, it's probably just sweet tea. You know, they're loading a lot of calories into their diet via mouth. So let's drink a lot of water. When you first wake up in the morning, let's drink 40 ounces. 40 ounces for dinner, for lunch, and then 40 ounces before you go to bed. This will also help flush your colon and push all the food and all the different types of things that we're going to be eating in our diet, and help us with the inflammation and be able to push that on through, and so that we're not retaining a whole lot of water from the excess sodium we're going to be intaking. So taking a lot of water, so at least a gallon. You know, if you can tolerate a gallon, do it. All right, so that's number 6. All right, so number 7. So we've talked about a lot of things about calories in. Let's talk about calories out. We talked about doing a squat cycle initially to be able to help, get your caloric burn a little bit higher and take advantage of the extra calories. So that's one thing that we're going to be doing in the gym today for CrossFit Roadhouse members is we're going to be doing a really heavy squat cycle for front squat, and then we're going to be doing some leg work for the Metcon. Now, what can you do specifically to help yourself burn more calories during Thanksgiving so you don't ruin any weight loss progress that you've had? One thing that I want you to do is do your weighted walk today. I think I have a 1.5 mile weighted walk for you to do today. And we're going to do a heavy lifting cycle for legs. Behind that, I want you to do a 5K walk first thing in the morning when you first wake up, and then a 5K walk before you go to bed. And if you can tolerate it, do it weighted. That's going to bring in anywhere from 800 to 2,000 calories additional to your daily caloric intake, and hopefully that will wash out that 2,000 calories of excess food that we're going to be eating. Now, it's going to help out with that. Also, on Friday, I want you to repeat the 5K AM before 5K walk before breakfast thing that we typically do on Saturday. So we're going to be doing that for the rest of the week to combat against this excess caloric intake we're going to be really kind of going through over the next 3 to 4 days. So let's get focused on that. So these are the 7 rules for Thanksgiving on how to slay the turkey and stay healthy during Thanksgiving. That way you don't gain that Thanksgiving 5. All right. Thanks, you guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you click on the link below to look at the squat cycle I'm going to be giving. And you guys have a good Thanksgiving. Enjoy yourself. Remember, this is why we do all this training, so we can enjoy ourselves with our family and have a better quality of life. And that's what this is all about. Thank you for being in the group, and we'll